Hello everyone and welcome to my Adobe After Effects tutorial. My name is TJ Style and in this video I'm going to show you how can you get started working with the selection tools that are here inside Photoshop. Now friends, there are lots and lots of selection tools. We have the rectangular marquee and the elliptical marquee tools. We have these lasso tools. We have the quick selection and magic wand. Then we even have the pen tool that can be used for selection. We even have a color range that is used for selection, and basically there are lots and lots of tools. Okay, but in this video specifically I'm going to be talking about these two tools, and in the next videos I'm going to be covering all these different tools. So anyways, I'm going to start with the rectangular marquee. And friends, I've got a little project open right now, and you can see we haven't done anything much. Actually, I just duplicated the file, applied some filters, did some letterboxing, and made some text. So basically, this is the base file, and I'm going to be providing you the base file. Okay, the download link is in the description. So just go ahead, download it, and follow along with me. Now, first things first, we need to create those letterboxing effects, right? You can see these black bars right now. This is actually called letterboxing. This is used a lot when you are editing with After Effects and Premiere. So it's a technique taken from there, but I've used it over here, so it's okay. Anyways, we firstly have to recreate this. So I'm gonna firstly create a new layer. And friends, see, whenever you're working with selections are not done just for doing selections. You will always combine your selections with some other command of Photoshop. So for example, you will create a selection. For example, in this case, we're going to be creating a new layer, and now we will draw a selection. It's a very basic one. We just need to hit the M key. Okay, the M key is a keyboard shortcut for getting to the rectangular marquee. Hit the M key and draw a selection like this. Very easy. And now, since we have a selection made, we are going to combine this selection with another command of Photoshop, and that's the color fill. So you're going to go to edit and make sure that you are on a new layer, because we don't want to spoil the original file, right? So make sure that you have created a new layer and make sure that it is selected. Go to edit and then go to fill and then take in black. Now you can go ahead and choose some other color you want, but really black looks very nice with this effect. Okay, so click on black, click OK, and you will see that you just filled this much selection with this black color. So we can always go ahead and disable this effect. Okay, I'm just going to click on the eyeball for removing the layer. So you can see this, it's non-destructive. So tomorrow we decide we do not want the letterboxing, we can always come and delete these layers. So very easy. And by the way, if you remember, right now I had a selection going on with my file right now. So I press Ctrl D for deselecting it. See, selections can always be moved around like this. Give me a sec. It can always be moved around like this, but right now in this case we don't want to move our selection, right? So in order to deselect what we have selected, we can go to select and take deselect. But it is better to use a keyboard shortcut, so Ctrl D, because this is one command that you'll be using a lot. This deselect, inverse, all these commands are you'll be using a lot inside Photoshop. So it's best to learn the keyboard shortcut. So Ctrl D, right? Now we're going to duplicate this file or this layer actually by pressing Ctrl J on the keyboard, and then make sure that your move tool is selected. This pointer tool is selected, because if you have your selection tool selected, you can see that you cannot move a layer. You can always and only create selections and deselect your selections. Okay, so make sure that your mouse pointer or this move tool is selected. And by the way, the keyboard shortcut for move tool is the letter V on the keyboard. So hit V and get to that tool, and now we will just basically move this layer down like this, and just like that we have applied our letterboxing effect. So I hope you understand how to work with the rectangular marquee tool. Okay, we're just gonna go learn the keyboard shortcuts now. The keyboard shortcut is letter M on the keyboard, right? So if you hit M, you'll see you jump to the rectangular marquee. Now friends, there is one more tool that we need to cover, and that's the elliptical marquee, right? I'm just gonna press Ctrl N on my keyboard for creating a new layer. I mean, actually for starting a new project. No, that's not creating a new layer, I'm sorry. Ctrl N, and you get this option dialog box, and I'm gonna type in 1920 by 1080, right? Click OK. And right now you can see right now I've got this white color. I really don't like the white color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select my background layer. I'm gonna hit Ctrl I, which is gonna inverse the white color with black. And then I'm going to press Ctrl H for removing these guides. Awesome. Now the elliptical marquee tool works very similarly with the rectangular marquee. So if you hit M 2 times on your keyboard, you will see that you cycle through these tools. And if you remember, we went to edit, we went to preferences, and we did a setting over here which says use the shift key for tool switch. So just in case if you haven't watched the first video, go ahead and watch it because that's pretty helpful. And remove this checkbox because then you have to hold on the shift key, for changing tools. So anyways, go to the elliptical marquee, and like I said, it works with a very similar way. Just draw a selection like this. If you hold on the shift key, then you will see that you are drawing in proportion. You can see this, we get a perfect circle and not an ellipse this time. If you remove the shift key, you can see you can draw it in any way. This is really used when you want to create quick vignette effects, in your projects. So that's very useful there. Once again, press Ctrl D for deselecting this image or your image. If you don't want it, Ctrl D. And yeah, one more thing that I have to cover, I'm thinking I'll cover that in the next video, is the different modes of selection. This is actually a little complex and a little confusing, so I'm going to be talking about that in the next video. Okay, so make sure that you watch it because that's a very important topic. I'm going to be stopping my video right now. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial, friends. Download the image, go ahead, experiment with Photoshop because I think that's what will make you better inside Photoshop. So thank you for watching my video. I will see you all next time. Take care, friends, and please subscribe to my channel. Take care.